Welcome back, adventurers, to the Pillars of the Earth. We are in Kingsbridge still. The cathedral outside is burning, and Philip just sits here and writes a letter to his dear brother.
My dear brother, only 2 days have passed since you left our priory. Much has happened in these 2 days. Many desperate men, women, and children have found refuge here.
Francis is not responsible. I mean, how could we blame him now? Wasn't there war on the doorsteps anyhow?
The Earl of Shiring was arrested. His castle taken by my bishop's allies. The people that we shelter were driven from that castle. Francis, I know this was not your fault, but I, myself, cannot but feel responsible for their fate. A couple has come to seek shelter at our priory. Remigius tells me the woman is a witch. Even if that is not true, they seem to live in sin.
But only what you decide is sin. Who are you to decide what it is?
Remigius said to expel them for their act against God, but I decided against it. They might speak their vows as soon as opportunity is offered. Milius and Cuthbert have taken it upon themselves to feed the baby. They called it Jonathan, the gift of God. Johnny Eightpence was right. He loves goat milk. A gift of God. And yet someone gave up on him. I will not give up on him, or on anyone else. Not on us either, brother. Even if the hope for my own redemption is as small and frail as Jonathan is.
That's the only option I have. Why do I even have that option? Yeah, well, Philip is a good man in his own ways.
I pray that this letter finds you in good health. In consideration of my own, I ask that you not talk about our parents again. One must let these things rest. I have made my peace and won't hear any more of it. I heard from you that only 3 in Earl Robert's employ can read. One of them is my brother. Your brother, Philip.
Isn't there a cathedral burning out there? Why is nobody screaming? What is this smell? A candle? Oh, no, it's a burning cathedral.
No! Get out of there!
What? What is that?
My God! Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! But help us! The saint! We must save him! No! Don't go!
Oops. Aftermath.
While the monks and refugees cleaned up, I kept hidden. I hadn't expected that a magnificent building like this could so utterly collapse. That the ignorant little boy that I had been could so easily turn it back into a pile of dirty stones. I knew then that I had done something wrong, and no one could ever find out.
Prior Philip, I had the site cleared. It should be safe now.
Good work. Thank you, Master Builder. This concludes a very long night, then.
Many people left already. They asked me to thank you for your kindness. They're sorry for what happened.
Well, they should thank God for his mercy. No one got hurt, no one died. 45 monks and 11 novices, all accounted for. No one's missing.
No one?
Milius and Cuthbert even saved our saint from the crypt.
Do you know what caused this?
I don't know.
It was the devil's work.
Or maybe it was God's will.
What makes you say that?
Well, no one got hurt. The books were saved. Even the bones of your saint were unharmed. Maybe this happened for a reason.
What do you mean?
Here. Let me show you something.
What now? Now he shows him how he can build a much more beautiful cathedral, bigger and better than all he has seen before. But look at the painted wooden columns. Or maybe they are stone columns because they are still there, otherwise they would have burned down. But the color survived. And it's beautiful in that state. I like ruins. Ruins are the best. The child was not hurt, but he seems thoughtful. He's been through a lot. Whom are we playing? We're still playing Philip, don't we? He was a great help tonight. He and everyone else. A staff. How could that help? It's nothing more than a walking cane. No, it's not. It's an instrument. It's gone. All gone. How arrogant I was. I wanted to make everything better. Yeah, but you can do now. To make it better, you have to get rid of the old. But I made it worse. That doesn't help anybody if you blame yourself all the time. Who am I to judge Prior James? I ruined all he aimed to preserve. Philip, you fool. You did not dare to ask God for forgiveness. You lost the way. Oh God, hear me now. I am ready to hear you. You do thunder with your voice indeed. Did you strike us down? Or was it us? Again us? Send me a sign. Well, if that is not a sign, I don't know. You have my attention. I was blind and I want to see again. Show me. What do you want me to do? What can I do to make things right? I see only destruction, rubble, smoke and ashes. Where the great cathedral stood. It wasn't that great, to be honest. It's gone. All gone. Okay. Okay, so he's still in his blaming game. Yeah, look at that! Also painted. That is so cool. But we will build a better cathedral. Don't you worry. Okay, let's talk to the boy. To Jack. Jack Jackson. No? Okay. Talk to the ruins then. No?
I want you to look through the loop on top.
Then let's loop.
Tell me, what do you see?
Dawn. Debris. Now if he looks there and the stuff is standing, he can only see dawn, nothing else. Because there was a crack. So he sees dawn.
I see dawn.
Right.
See?
Prior, I am deeply sorry about what happened to your church, but you must remain steadfast.
And stare at the sunrise?
No, you're only seeing the sunrise because you're facing east, straight east, like a church. Now, I know you have no money, and that helping people is more important, but we could start right here. Take the stones we've got, and the people who want to help.
So, what is it I am looking at, Tom Builder?
It's the aisle of your new cathedral.
I see it. I see now.
That music. The Pillars of the Earth from the Ashes, Chapter 5, The Man in the Flames. What you did, what I did. You were in favor of taking the refugees in. You agreed to bury Arnaldus after his death. Do we have to? Will he die? No, what have I done? Because of you, the monks know that Tom and Ellen are unmarried. That's true. I'm not a liar, though. Although Philip learned the truth about Ellen, she's allowed to stay. You didn't mean to burn the cathedral? Yes. You inspired Philip to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral. I can accept that. 2 more chapters left. Winchester.
A few weeks later, I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran. In Winchester, we and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself. The bishop seemed assured that because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return. And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Wouldn't count on that. Winchester Courtyard.
Percy Hamley.
Bishop Waleran. Good morning. Ali! It's them! Over there! The Hamleys!
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course. Well, don't just stand there. Walk out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Now we're only missing one more.
Here he is.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge, my Lord Bishop.
You won't have to say much today, Philip.
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me. King Stephen is my brother, after all. Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
Chapter 6. The Hamleys. Stephen,
must make
King of the
haste.
English, Winchester Castle.
I want to go hunting in the New Forest. England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
This is Waleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Waleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail alive.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Waleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
I, or rather Bishop Waleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Owl's Castle, not Bishop Waleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
He knows the area, and he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that. It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring Earldom.
When shall we hear your decision?
Tomorrow. Bring my bow. Tell the men we hunt.
Philip, Waleran and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley.
Bishop Henry said a confession from Bartholomew may help us. Oh, we have the wrong allies. I would rather have Bartholomew and his kids as allies than these Hamleys and that weird bishop. Ugh, and King Stephen doesn't seem to be a very good king either. So, I don't know. We are on the wrong side. Okay. We should be bishop. It's a long way to get there, it's a long way. A grand castle fit for a king. Francis said castles are like warships. Ships for when the floods of conflict rise. Okay.
Tomorrow, the king will announce his decision. Until then, they won't allow a simple monk like me into the keep.
Huh. Okay, makes sense. We cannot talk to anybody at the keep. They hardly ever look at me. Maybe they feel as lost here as I do. Court respects power, not faith. Okay, okay. But I'm glad that we saw the two kids from Bartholomew. They're still alive and not captured. That is good. They got away. How they all talk. Francis says at court words are weapons. Wish Francis was here. How they all talk. Where is Francis? To be honest. Were they loyal to the old king? Are they loyal to the new king? Do they have a choice? That is one good question. What does your God say about the keep?
I wonder how much of a Christian Stephen really is.
I don't think he is one.
Ah, Philip.
What is it?
About Bartholomew's confession.
Maybe you can get him to confess.
I do not believe my prior can do more than you could, Henry.
Perhaps he knows he will die, no matter what he says.
Yeah.
Please excuse me.
Of course.
I think that's the case.
And what you have heard from me in the presence of many witnesses entrust to faithful men who will be able to teach others also.
I don't think these are faithful men, to be honest. They are powerful men. It's the brother of the king. You know how he got that position. Okay, nothing back there. Where's the prison?
Percy Hamley will have the earldom of Shiring.
But would he make a good Earl?
Who cares? Stephen wanted the throne for 20 years. Now that he has it, he must be loyal to those who are loyal to him.
Who knows? Maybe Percy will make a good Earl.
From what I've heard, Lady Hamley pulls the strings.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing.
From what I heard, this is about the cathedral in Kingsbridge. It burned down.
Yes.
Then the king should help in some manner, but not by giving away English land to the church.
Did you not say Bishop Henry was the richest man in England? Then why is he not paying for the cathedral?
God has very tight purse strings, it seems.
I mean, that's true. Why doesn't he pay?
Bartholomew and his followers would have only been the first wave. Robert of Gloucester remains, and he will attack.
And that's what you keep telling us. Maybe because the king likes to hear that you share his worries about Robert of Gloucester.
Robert of Gloucester wants to see his sister on the throne. He will attack. And the Welsh will fight on his side. You mark my words.
Maybe she would be a better queen than King Stephen is a king. Huh. Okay. Can we teach them something?
Would they even care if they knew how and why Francis and I saved their king?
And do they want the king to be saved? Oh, that's our pony, isn't it? Castlegate. Winchester is a strange place. So many people. Hope I find my way back to the guest house. Don't we have to go to the far side of the yard? To the jail? Oh, there they are.
How could you let her get away? That little bitch.
I will find her, Mother. She was here? Why?
To see her father, of course. But that won't help her. She has already made a fool of you once. Don't let it happen again.
No, Mother.
We met before. He was with Bishop Valoran, the Hamleys' son. The Hamleys, they defeated Bartholomew. Francis believes that is a good thing. I don't think so.
It's about time you showed up.
Huh? Regan Hamley? We have not been formally introduced.
You are a fool. Is that formal enough for you, monk?
What?
You don't understand any of this, do you? It's as if you've never set a single foot outside your little priory. Unbelievable.
You'd better call me father.
How you let yourself be used by those two greedy bishops, I'll never know. Waleran wants the lands of the earldom for himself. Henry knows that. Say something. You don't believe me, do you?
You are only worrying
monk?
about your husband's land.
Well, of course I am. And you should be too. If Waleran wins...
But he doesn't have a husband.
I know you don't trust me, but your bishops are no different from me.
Do you have a way to prove any of this?
Ride with my son, William. Just a few hours. I will prove to you that Waleran will betray you.
All right. I will ride with your son, if only to prove you wrong.
Very well. Maybe you're not a fool, after all. But do not let the bishops see you. William?
What?
Ride with Father Philip. Do as I said.
William Hamley declined to tell me where we were heading. He enjoyed keeping me in the dark and forcing me to follow his lead. Sometimes he sped ahead on his warhorse, and it took me some effort to catch up. But sooner or later he would stop and wait, sneering as I rejoined him.
Ugh, I really don't like this guy.
On one occasion, he stood there urinating against a rock. When I caught up with him, he turned without covering himself. He found my shock at his shameful behavior comical. He laughed, got back into the saddle, spurred his horse, and rode off. Again, I followed, hoping this journey had not been another horrible mistake.
But that is very funny, that the monk was shocked by his best part. I mean, he's a man too, why should he be shocked about that? That is pretty funny. Okay, let's ride.
Near a bridge, I found William with a group of washerwomen. He was shouting at them. When I arrived, I could only hear their replies. They said that they had not seen a girl or a boy fitting his description. A younger, blonde woman said that even if she had seen the girl, she would not tell him. Apparently, she had heard of William Hamley.
Yeah. I'm glad nobody trusts him.
William grabbed the startled-looking woman by the arm. He shoved his right hand under her skirt. She started crying. The other women asked William to stop, but were afraid to anger him. William turned and grinned when he saw me approaching.
Yeah, do something. Ugh. By riding with him, it proves only one thing, that he is an utter asshole.
When he heard my words, William's grin faded. He pushed the young woman away. The other women looked at me in a strange way. They must have asked themselves why a monk would ride with such a man as William. We rode off, and William stared at me full of spite. I told him I pitied him. I did not tell him why, because I had no words for it. We did not talk after that. Not for a long time.
Why is this all happening?
William talked to more strangers along the way. First, I believed he was asking for directions. Then I realized that money was changing hands. William was paying these people for information. I was glad that for now he had lost interest in hurting others. Then I saw an old woman pointing William to a bearded man on a horse.
They're searching for the Bartholomew's children. I hope we don't find them.
William called the man a horse thief. Then he grinned and signaled the puzzled man to get on his horse and ride with him. They rode faster and faster, and I could not hear what more they talked about. I could not hear much. It seemed the man had agreed on a deal with William. He received a handful of coins, and before he rode off north, I believed I heard the two mention a name, Aliena, and I prayed that whatever William's plan was, that it would fail.
Don't pray, act. If all people who just prayed when something happens would act, then the world would be a much better place.
Then William waved at me to ride faster. I reckoned we had to be close to where Lady Hamley wanted us to go. Not long after, my stomach turned as I realized just where exactly we were bound.
To the bishop's palace? The palace of Bishop Valoran. By God.
Just a moment.
What?
You know very well that Bishop Waleran is in Winchester now. So what are we doing here?
No idea. Mother never tells me anything. She treats me and Father like damn children. It's a wonder Father ever got to fuck her in the first place. But here I am, and I'm starving. Damn, I'm starving.
Where are you going?
In there.
No.
I'm sure the bishop would want to see me well fed. We won't be staying long, so whatever it is you gotta do, do it fast. How can I help you? How about you step aside?
Why did Regan Hamley send us here? What is Valoran's secret? That is a very good question. Man. So we have to find out something about Bishop Valoran that proves that he's betraying us too, right? Huh. Oh, get away there. But, well, that is very weird. I don't know what's happening here. And, why does everybody tries to use us, to use Philip to do stuff for them? Yeah, well, we will find out about that secret in the next episode. And what if we had not chosen to ride with him? That's the question here. Is that a trap, maybe even? So that somebody sees us here together with him, so that they can report back to King Stephen that we are onto something and that he won't give us the land but the Hamleys. Maybe? I don't know. We will find out in the next episode for sure. Thank you so much for watching this one. Have an adventurous day and goodbye.